What's going on, guys? And today I'm doing a commentary for the first time in quite a while in my Rebuilding the Lakers series when I'm facing the Atlanta Hawks. Now the Hawks are a much different looking team from last year, and hopefully we can get this win, and you'll definitely find out by the end of this video how it goes. This is a pretty exciting game, very close game all the way through up until the very end, and like most games, one team pulls away by a little bit, and it's not a blowout, but you know, you get like a 5, 6, 7 point victory or loss. So showing you all the highlights. I'm not going to show you the free throws, so that's pretty boring, but Dwight Howard right here is doing a pretty good job up against Rudy Gobert, getting his offensive rebound and dunking it right down, just showing me how strength outpowers freaking Rudy Gobert right now. Now, off this nice little inbound play, Kyle Korver gets a nice little fadeaway 2-point shot, but I'm pushing the ball with D'Angelo Russell, my favorite guy on this team right now, to find Rudy Gobert for the nice little cutting dunk down the middle. Now, trying to do in this game, I just want to get everyone involved. I usually get a lot with D'Angelo, as you see right here on this mid-range pull-up shot, and I get a lot with Gobert, but I want to get Chris Middleton more involved. He doesn't do too much, but Gobert gets this beautiful block, and it didn't really amount to much, but that was a great little block. But as I was saying earlier, I want to make sure that everyone gets involved. I do have issues getting Middleton involved. For some reason, he isn't a great spot-up shooter, even though in real life he's a pretty solid one. But that's the main focus for this game. You won't see it a lot with him, but that's what I want it to be. But Rudy Gobert is an absolute animal. He already has 4 points and 5 rebounds. And it's absolutely amazing at those offensive rebounds, which I show quite often, that he's very good at. And here's an issue that I always have, is getting back on defense. I really need to fix that issue one way or another, as Tiago Splitter had a super easy course to the basket. And once again, Rudy Gobert with a big rebound and a big 2 points down low. Now continuing on, we are not holding the lead right now, but that's not going to last for too much longer, as Larry Nance Jr. hits a nice corner 3, a guy that I have on my team mainly for hustle and rebounds, but he gets a ton of open 3s, and he does pretty well. And Chris Middleton, with his first 2 points of the game, gets a nice two-handed rim grazing hanging dunk right there. Now going back on defense, I thought I would have blocked him, as Gian Leon has a really good block rating. However, nothing much really amounts from that. And right here, I thought I was going to get a good block, and I finally do, with Chris Middleton of all people. Now back on the offensive side, I'm working with Chris Middleton, and he actually makes another shot. Something you don't see too often is Chris Middleton being actually effective for me, and that's the main reason why I want to trade him away. But Ken Bazemore is able to cut through the defense and get a nice little layup on the other side of the court, bringing it to a 2-point deficit for my team. And once again, we have a huge issue in guarding the rim when Gobert is out of there, and another transition defense issue. You'll see that a lot this game, with Ken Bazemore getting a breakaway slam and then followed by a pull-up 3. This is not looking too pretty for me, but I have plenty of talent on my team, and I'm confident my team will do well, as Rudy Gobert has a nice little drop step into a two-handed dunk, semi-poster, and then we get to go on the fast break with D'Angelo Russell, putting it into a 3-point game. Now this is my main game plan, as I like to work with D'Angelo and go on the fast break. And of course on defense, Rudy Gobert just mucking up, doing whatever he can, creating a semi-fast break for Michael Carter-Williams to throw down that nice little one-handed tomahawk jam. Now Brandon Ingram, in real life, I'm not too sure how well he'll do his first season, but he's doing amazing for me, hitting pull-up shots and dunking on people and playing pretty solid defense. However, I always have this issue getting back on D, as they get a wide open 3 to end the first half. Very frustrating, and I thought I'd be able to get something right here with D'Angelo. He is just super hot for me all the time, but he just bricks that 3. So anyways, as we're going back into the second quarter, D'Angelo Russell's doing a great job cutting to the rim. I believe he has 9 points right now, and just being solid all around. I thought I was getting a nice little block right there, but Schroeder is able to put it high enough that I can't reach it. Brandon Ingram cutting to the rim, doing what I like to see him do, and finishing shots around the rim. Now Kyle Korver hits another 3 on me, something that is no surprise, as he is one of the better 3-point shooters we've seen the past few years. But D'Angelo Russell, as I always mention, cutting down low and finding a lot of good shots, hits a nice little layup. And right here, another made shot by them, because my guys just fall asleep on defense. However, I'm doing a semi-cheese fast break kind of cherry picking with Jameer Nelson, and they're not playing enough defense, and he hits a nice little layup. Now right here, Gian Leon, I wish he dunked it, but you know what, 2 points is 2 points. But once again, I'm having issues with transition defense where I'm not getting back in time, and someone just completely forgot about Jarrett Jack, as he hits a nice little 2-point shot. Now going back right here, I was trying to put some moves in with Yee, and it finally works, as he gets a nice little two-handed dunk that we see a lot in this game. Now right here, Kenneth Faried put an absolute poster down, doing a windmill on someone, which is absolutely incredible. I don't do a lot with Faried, but he does put up some really nice posters. And right here is a huge issue we have on our team is defensive rebounding. As Splitter gets a nice little offensive rebound and finishes it down low for 2 simple points. But that doesn't matter when we have Brandon Ingram, who seems to finish almost every layup, even though he's like 110 pounds. But regardless, we were doing pretty well. Now Rudy Gobert is an absolute animal to have on your team. He finishes every lob and he catches a lot, or gets a lot of blocks and catches a lot of rebounds. He does really well for me overall. That was a nice little layup right there by Schroeder. However, as I'm going down the court, I'm looking for Gobert, and he just seems to dunk absolutely everything, and I love that about him. So it's a very tight game right now. The game is going back and forth between 1 and 2 point leads based on 3-pointers and other shots made. So it's really tight, kind of stressful, but Brandon Ingram, as I said earlier, just loves to cut to the rim and always does super well in that spot, as well as Rudy Gobert, always finishing very well. Now, this is where it started to get a little freaky, where Bazemore was hitting shots, but Kenneth Faried comes down and throws on a huge tomahawk to put us up 1. And right there, that's on I can't stand when they jump the wrong way. And Brandon Ingram gives up pretty much 2 points straight to Paul Millsap. But anyways, I'm pushing with D'Angelo, and I have confidence in him, and he has ice in his veins, draining this late 4th quarter 3 to put us up by 2. Now right here was a crazy shot where it looked like Kyle Korver did some sort of like fading step back kind of shot to tie the game, but I hit free throws to tie it up. But right here, something that you almost never see, Dwight Howard for a pick and pop making the shot. Now once again, Kenneth Faried, even though he struggles a lot in this game, he does one thing better than almost anyone else, and that's dunking and making 2-point shots like that. Now Brandon Ingram is an absolute animal on pull-ups, and you just saw right there once again. This was a terrible defensive play by me where Gobert gets the goaltending, and we're only up 2 right now, and I need to find a way to get some points, so I give it to Faried for a nice little one-handed tomahawk jam and pretty much sealing the victory for me. So as the game is ending, I kind of just throw the ball away as there's no chance for him to come back. And we win our first game of the season, beating the Atlanta Hawks when we're at home. A great victory for us. And I do believe Rudy Gobert won player of the game with having 14 points and 10 rebounds. A pretty solid effort by him. It was 12 and 10. You're going to see it right here. And he actually picked up a couple assists too. Something a little surprising that I didn't really expect. And right there you see 14 and 10 with 2 assists. So anyways guys, that was my first ever victory with this Rebuilding the Lakers series. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, the defense I showed you with Gobert and other players, and everything in general. So definitely give me a thumbs up, comment down below what you think about this video, subscribe and share, and of course, as always, have a good day.